What's up, y'all? Cuddy233 back at y'all with another video. Today I'm bringing y'all 2.4 builds, man. I love the point forward. If you don't know, man, my love for point forward goes deep, man. I started off as slasher game, you know what I'm saying, but then, you know, later on in the 2K17 cycle, I went over to the point forward. I was like, you know what, I'm kind of digging me in the point forward, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're a point forward, usually you too big for a guard and you too fast for a big to guard. You always just a mismatch, where I love being a point forward. And I remember in 2K17, Mike Wang and was coming out and talking about the point forward. You know, like the point forward is supposed to be made after LeBron James. The build is based off of LeBron James or whatever. And in 2K17, I'm like, if that's the case, why don't I get contact dunks? That's the one thing I've always felt that the point forward was missing, was contact dunks. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, there are different types of point forwards and stuff like that, but the two best point forwards of all time are Scottie Pippen and LeBron James. And they have contact dunks. So I was like, bruh, if I could make me a point forward mixed with my slasher, you know what I'm saying, give him contact dunks, but still have the ball control and passing, bruh, I'd be cool. And I found that build, bruh. It's the build that you looking at right now, bruh. Like I said, I'm bringing y'all 2.4 builds. This one is from the yellow and blue. You know what I'm saying? Now, another thing too, man, you gonna see these builds on next gen, most definitely. Now, builds on next gen is getting a revamp. Hopefully the builds are better than what we have now, because bruh, they pretty much nerfed every pie chart in the game to the point where, bruh, the play shot is pretty much like the yellow and green, the yellow and green, yeah, the yellow green pie chart is pretty much the best build, the best option in the game. It's like, what? Why else would you pick any other pie chart in the game? That's how it is right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's been a problem that I've been having with 2K for a long time, man. They do not know how to balance the archetypes, bro. And that's why it's always a meta. That's why it's always, you know, one build that just stands above all the other builds, man. And I hate it. Now this one, I wish I would have made this one. I wish I would have made this this point forward, man. I really wish I would have made it, because this is kind of like my shot creating point forward from 2K19, just shorter, you know. But you're gonna see what I mean. You're gonna see how I make them and stuff. He's just gonna be a little bit shorter. But anyways, man, yeah, 2K, the problem I've been having with 2K over the years, since 17, since the archetypes came out, archetypes, they don't know how to balance it, and they just kill the skill gap with them. You know what I'm saying? It's not really about skill anymore. It's just about what build you running and what lineup are you running that build in. You know what I'm saying? It's really no skill that goes in to this game at all. It's just purely about how good your build is. You know what I'm saying? And it's been like that since 2K17, which is baffling, because I hear people say that 2K17 is more balanced than 2K16, and I'm just like, are you talking about the game where stretches were running point guard on twos and hiding behind screens doing crossovers back and forth behind a glass cleaner on twos? Have you seen Soluminati and Nadex videos? How the fuck? Like, that game is more balanced than 2K16. The game where if you even attempted, if you tried to do that, bro, you wasn't going on no 100 game win streak. You wasn't going on no 100 game win streak on no damn two center lineup on twos. Fuck that. Your ass was getting poked, ripped. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Come on, get out of here, bro. It's a whole lot of recency bias on 2K17, man. Like, it's a whole bunch of recency bias. It's to the point where people say, you know, it's the greatest 2K of all time. Now, if 2K17 was your first 2K, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, because that's the only game you really experienced. You know what I'm saying? And it's some of y'all that 2K17 was, you know, the first 2K that you was actually good at. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable too, because like I said, archetypes is the reason for a lot of people being good at the game, because like I said, it stopped being about skill and just started becoming about how good your archetype is. But in 2K16, man, it's a lot of shit that happens now that you couldn't do back then, and that's why 2K16 has went down as the greatest 2K of all time, and has went down as the most balanced 2K of all time. You know what I'm saying? Because in 2K16, if you had a build and you was trash on that build, you couldn't just make another build and just be like, okay, I'm good all of a sudden. Like nowadays, you can do that. If I'm trash on a certain build, like if I'm trash on one of these .4 builds and I just make a play shot, I make a stretch big, or I make a post score, you know, easy builds that's easy to use. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, my win percentage changes, my shot percentage changes, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm all of a sudden more better than what I actually showed in the first place. But in 16, if you was trash on the build, nigga, you was just trash on all the builds. You couldn't just make a build and all of a sudden be good. No, you had to really practice and put skill and time into this game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I love 16 so much, man. And every build was pretty much OP in their own way. Like, it's a lot of people that would be like, well, the outside score was the meta. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. The outside score wasn't a build you had to use. Right now, if you want to be a comp guard and you want to get the best out of this game and win as much as possible, play shot is the way to go. It's just the way to go. Now, you could make that slasher build from the mostly blue and the mostly green, a little bit of green pot chart. That build is pretty good. But besides that build, it's just like, man, if you want to be a guard, you gotta rock with that play shot. And you could probably go with that slasher build, but then again, it's just like the play shot got Hall of Fame shooting badges. So, and if you make it a certain way, like I did with my inside out playmaker, you can have the slashing takeover and get contact dunks on that and be pretty good at finishing. So it's like, well, really, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully on next gen, Bills get it. The revamp that the Bills are gonna get, hopefully it's a good revamp, because we need NBA player type of builds too, man. The reason why the game is how it is with Bills, bro. The reason why they have a tough time on balancing builds, because they trying to limit too much. You know what I'm saying? It's all about limit, and then there's always that one build that just has a slight edge over everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trying to limit shit, let's see what happens when you just make every build OP. Because the reason why 2K16 was so balanced, because every build was OP. And if everybody's OP, nobody's really OP. There's a lot of people that's not gonna get that. But once again, man, if everybody's OP, nobody's OP, because everybody's at the same level. And it's gonna become about, you know, using your skill to separate yourself from the average player. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it goes back to that on next gen. You know what I'm saying? Because right now builds are just, I don't know, builds bother me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that whole meta build where it's pretty much, oh, you have to use this build to be the best you can at this game. You know what I'm saying? It's always a BP build or a build that's just high, a thought build. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, these are the 2.4s I wanted to show y'all, man. I hope y'all like it. I'm definitely gonna be making these on next gen. You know what I'm saying? And let me know, man, are you rocking with PS5 on next gen, or are you rocking with Xbox? You know what I'm saying? If you haven't heard in my last video, I'm gonna be running with my subs a lot more. So follow my other account. Do not add the babyface account. Go to Cuddy233 on PS4. I'm gonna be on PS5, and I'm gonna play with y'all. On next gen if y'all switch over to PlayStation. But yeah, man, I love y'all. Keep supporting. I am gonna be more consistent. Right now, I mean, recently, everything's calmed down in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of things all over the place no more, so I should be a lot more consistent. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for the subs that's been sticking with me this whole time, man. I love y'all. We're gonna try to hit 1K subs in 2K21, man. Love y'all, man. Peace.